All right, so there's this video of a man whose wife was at the point of delivery, and the doctors required that a consent form be signed so that they could conduct a procedure to help the woman deliver. But the man insisted that the wife was going to deliver naturally, and he refused her signing the consent form. He himself would not sign, and there was also a form they offered him to sign to show that they wanted to do the procedure, but he refused. He also did not sign that form. Now I'm looking at the legality of it. This video is strictly looking at legality. All right. In the first place, let it be clear that the right person to sign a consent form for a procedure, as to whether a procedure should be done or not, is the person whose life is at stake. Yes, not another person. It shouldn't be dependent on another person. The person whose life is at stake is the person that has a say as to whether a consent form should be signed or not. So that the man was inconsequential in that equation, totally inconsequential. It's a different thing if the person whose life is at stake is incapacitated, either by virtue of the lack of corpus mentis, or by virtue of a health situation that has rendered that person incapable of giving consent in any way. Then some other person can exercise consent on behalf of that person, and in that case the doctors themselves can exercise that consent. Yes, holding on to section 33 of the constitution, which gives that person the right to life. That's the person whose life is at stake. The person has a right to life, a constitutional right to life. So if the person is incapacitated, the doctors can, on the basis of section 33 of the constitution, do what is needed to be done to save the life of that person. Yes, and in the event that the procedure goes south, they can be defended in any court, provided that the exigency demanded the step they took. After all, the law recognizes what is called the doctrine of necessity, where you violate, or you become proactive to circumvent certain protocols that may put a risk to either life or to the well-being of society. Yes, you can circumvent certain processes and then do what is needful. So let it be clear that it is a person whose life is at stake, number one, and then doctors, in certain situations where the person is incapacitated to give a consent, to give his or her consent, the doctors can override the consent and do what is needful on the basis of section 33. And then it's not the husband of the person that has the final say. In fact, it's inconsequential. I hope this helps. Peace out.